All right, let's just check out some recent news. We have TMZ, which I'm not a fan
Prince
of.
Harry and Meghan Markle have their sights set on Los
Talking
Angeles.
about Harry and Meghan
we're being
moving.
told that the two of them are in heavy discussions to move to LA.
I don't like this guy, and it's not that I dislike everybody, but I always just have a bad taste in my mouth when I see TMZ, because people have a short memory. And I remember, even when I was a kid, early 2000s, TMZ would take upskirt photos of Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton, which to me makes them predators, offenders. I don't know if I could say the specific words, but you know what I'm talking about. If you had some sleazebag in the city trying to use a camera to take pictures of people's private parts, that person would go to and would belong in jail. If they were posting those photos in a public forum, they could and should go to jail longer. To me, it made no sense. It never did why a tabloid should be able to do that, while a crappy gossip magazine could be able to do that and not really have any consequences and continue to exist and now be like pro-social justice or whatever, and people don't even remember it. So I'm not a fan of them. I don't trust any of their moral
living in
musings.
Montecito, and they had their eyes set on Malibu at first, but we're being told Malibu is now out of the picture. The two things that they're focused on most are privacy and community.
This is funny. You'd think they would change their strategy. I'm convinced that privacy was like a PR strategy, like not just being hypocritical. It's like their PR agency said, like, say privacy. You want to seem normal, make it seem like you don't want to be famous, but the fame just comes to you, or something like that. Now, the other thing was the titles being moved to be removed.
A UK Conservative MP has sparked a bid to strip Harry and Meghan of their Duke and Duchess titles after a royal racism row. Tory MP Bob Seeley is seeking to change the law after the Dutch version of a new book named King Charles and the Princess of Wales as the two royals who...
First of all, that cover is so ridiculous, but everything about the book sounds ridiculous. The thing about this, they said, what was the excuse? That the names coming out were a translation error. That is so silly. Obviously, it's on purpose, right? It was a way to slip the names out into the media. Maybe they saw some loopholes in the Dutch legal system. And obviously, the names came from somewhere. The other thing is, now again, I'm open to differing opinions on this unless they're crazy. Like, well, if you don't have my opinion, you're horrible, which some comments I delete say that. None of my consistent viewers, by the way. But I lived in Miami with with a mixed couple that lived below me. They were really cool. They were good friends. The woman was pregnant, and they talked all the time about how their kid was going to look, what the color the kid was going to be. And it wasn't like, I kind of doubt they were racist against each other. They were a really sweet couple, really nice couple. The only problem, I mean, the guy worked his butt off. He was working like 3 jobs, so it was kind of stunk, but really nice guy. And it was just like normal. They would talk about it. So I don't know if that's necessarily guaranteed to be racist. Like, if you just looked at it not racially, it's like a physical quality. It's like if I, was with someone and they're a foot taller than me, oh, they're going to be tall, short, they're going to be in between. I feel like it would be normal, just like fun. What's the kid going to look like?
Questions about the Sussex's son's skin colour. The MP argues the couple, quote, should not keep the titles and privileges if they trash an institution that plays an important part in British life.
I think that is perfectly reasonable and kind of common sense. If you're trashing the institution in the country that gives you the titles that you didn't earn, that you got either through birth or through marriage, it is a no-brainer that every bit of title should be taken. I mean, already they've literally made money. Neither of them have done just about any work, real work, if I'm honest, in their lives, other than through their parents. Meghan through her father getting her acting work, Harry through being born into being a prince, and now they make their living and their fame off of trashing that. So it makes absolutely perfect sense the title should be taken. And if they'd had any integrity, obviously they don't, they would have given up the titles. Because if you're saying this institution's so bad, why would you be like, oh, I want the titles still? Because they just want any form of status that they could possibly have.